Introduction. The text for this tour is partially excerpted from the articles featured in the catalog that accompanies this debut exhibition, Yoshinori Hagiwara, Nocturne in Black and Persimmon, by Professor Andrew Maskey, and a statement by fellow Mashiko potter Ken Matsuzaki. Looking at Hagiwara's pieces, one senses a vision, or many visions rather, of ceramics that can be rather than are. It is very uncommon to find a studio potter in Japan who works predominantly in the reddish iron kaki, or persimmon, and black iron glazes. It is also unusual to find a potter who is so successful in discovering and creating so many variations in stoneware using such a limited palette. For an artist based in a strong Mashiko tradition, Hagiwara ceramics represent a type of enigma. They are at once sleek and sophisticated, yet many of them harken back to the atmosphere of works made in the distant past by forgotten potters of Europe or Asia. YH59 teapot, YH111 large platter, and YH106 dorahachi. Hagiwara mainly glazes with kakiyu, persimmon glaze, and kuroyu, black glaze. Both types of glazes are made from Ashinuma stone in the Mashiko region. Ashinuma stone is tough, rich with iron, and when crushed to a powder and fired, it turns into a brownish red like persimmons, from which it gets its name. Powder of Ashinuma stone is called akako, red powder, and when sujibai, or wood ash, is added, it produces a black glaze. It is Hagiwara's unique combination of inventiveness and experience that makes him able to calculate how his glaze formulations and method of application will successfully create a striking effect on a particular piece. The effects can range from being a simple unbroken layer of persimmon, as in YH59 teapot, or a deliberate and distinctive pattern created between persimmon and black, as in the chevron design of the large platter YH111, or the plaid of the dorahachi YH106. YH45 jar, YH12 and YH96 pourer. While Hagiwara frequently pairs kaki with iron black, he also shakes things up with the addition of cream and blue colors made by the Nuka and Celadon glazes. He subtly breaks up the dark tones of persimmon and black, as in the large jar YH45 and pourer YH12, where the Celadon and Nuka are present as ever so thin lines that divide them up into vertical panels. Or the artist goes for a splash of color, poured on, as in the pourer YH96, coming out of the kiln's reduction atmosphere as a striking teal blue. Celadon, an iron glaze, is most commonly associated with a pale green color evocative of jade, but can also fire to shades of white, gray, blue, and yellow. YH110 large platter and YH113 large bowl. In addition to Celadon and Nuka, Hagiwara uses a unique glaze, Nuka Furi, to complement his kaki and black. The Nuka Furi glaze is made of wood and bran ash that are sifted and mixed into glaze. Hagiwara also adds teriyama white clay. Depending on the proportion of materials, the outcome varies from the bone color of the large platter, YH110, to the cream tinged and specked with blue in the large bowl, YH113. Stop YH58, 70, and 54 teapots. Although his shapes are all functional, the elegance that Hagiwara's glazes bring to them makes his forms seem much more refined than is usual for ceramics associated with Mashiko or the Mingei movement. Take his teapot. YH58 boasts a copper handle and dabs of shimmering celadon, while YH70 is of the side handle variety, traditionally used for senchado, a less formal tea ceremony involving the preparation and serving of brewed green tea. Hagiwara also plays with scale in form, like his large teapot YH54, a treasure of this collection, and a teapot seemingly intended for someone with a large social circle. With the same finesse shown in his regular-sized teapots, the artist successfully merges function, beauty, and his signature style.